Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a very fun themed team in the Summer Cup, the Triple Bug Electric theme team. This team features Galvantula on the lead, Bug Bite Charjabug as the safe switch, and Vikavolt as the closer. Since the whole team shares the exact same typings, this team has a ton of shared weaknesses. But despite that fact, we are able to get some absolutely crazy wins. So without further ado, let's hop into the matches and check out the Triple Bug Electric theme team in action in the Summer Cup. Hopping into the first match, picking up a really tough lead, Galvantula into Swampert. Swampert has massive play against the entire team, so definitely not a Pokemon I'm excited to see. They overfarm and play into the CMP tie, which honestly works out pretty nicely for me. I'm able to land the lunge, get the debuff, which means I can better survive the Hydro Cannon, and then I save switch into Charjabug. My opponent responds with Pelipper, and despite the fact that Pelipper does resist the bug bites, this is not a good matchup for Pelipper whatsoever, as Discharge will be hitting for double super effective damage. So I overfarm quite a bit, fire off the Discharge, and they respect it with a shield. Pelipper overfarms even more, allowing me to reach a second Discharge, and now I have both of their shields. Pelipper continues to farm, they get worried about a third move, and they fire off a Weather Ball. This is perfect because this sets up a beautiful farm for Galvantula. I am going to shield up as a Weather Ball would easily KO here, but so will the second Volt Switch, and now I'm in a pretty nice spot. I know they still have the Swampert. What is in the back here? And it's a Walrein. I go for the lunge and they catch it onto Swampert. This is actually better for me. I take out the Swampert and now it's all up to Vikavolt. Vikavolt is extremely glassy, so an Icicle Spear will honestly come close to KOing here. I shield up and I'm firing off the Discharge. Is this going to be enough to KO? Barely is not. Walrein reaches the last second move. Is Vikavolt able to survive? Vikavolt takes the Icicle Spear, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, picking up a pretty decent lead, Galvantula into Vigoroth. Unfortunately, Galvantula does lose the Zero Shield here, meaning that no matter what happens, I do need to commit a shield. So I am going to shield up the first move and then fire off the lunge. This guarantees that I will be able to win the 1 shield or the 2 shield. I'm able to land it, they save switch into Tropius, I'm going to stay in and fire off a lunge. Lunge is going to be doing a solid chunk of damage, getting the debuff, and then I can safely bring in Charjabug. And honestly, the Tropius is low enough that I may be able to commit to an aggressive Bug Bite down, because their Aerial Aces are just going to be doing absolutely no damage after the debuff. So I'm not going to be shielding a thing here, I just want to get energy. Charjabug going for the farm down, and I'm just able to get it. That is huge. I leave with quite a lot of energy to threaten either the Vigoroth or whatever's in the back, and it's a Noctowl. They are running double flyers, and I have triple electric. This is huge. I am going to be able to reach the second Discharge. This will be getting the Noctowl quite low. Noctowl commits both shields, and I aggressive switch into Vikavolt. Vikavolt, as I mentioned earlier, is extremely glassy. I shield up the Sky Attack. I'm just going to overfarm, but they're able to make a nice catch as they're able to catch onto Vigoroth. I undercharge, and I'm able to farm down. The question is, can I outpace the Noctowl? No, I cannot. This Sky Attack will be fatal. Can Galvantula reach a move before Noctowl? We have some residual energy. Opponent sees the writing on the wall and concedes the match. Hopping to the next match, sending Galvantula into Shadow Kanto Ninetales, and this Kanto Ninetales is running Ember. We actually have a great strategy for how to deal with Ember Shadow Kanto Ninetales. We fire off the lunge, and we concede the match. Hopping into the next match, sending Galvantula into Blaziken. Unfortunately, another fire type, but this one typically runs counter as the fast move, which means it's actually manageable for Galvantula, and especially when they throw on alignment, as they give me an entire free Volt Switch. I'm going to massively overfarm and then fire off the lunge, expecting the shield from the Blaziken, and I'm able to get it. From here, I'm going to double shield and farm all the way down. This way, I leave with a ton of energy to apply a lot of pressure to whatever the opponent has in the back. The fire type's out of the way. Hopefully, Electric should have good matchups in the back, but they have a ground type in Unova Stunfisk. So we have not one but 2 massive core breakers on my opponent's team. I'm going to continually overfarm, fire off a second lunge, save switch into Charge-a-Bug. They bank energy, and in the back, they have Wall Rain. At the very least, they are weak in the back to electric, but getting rid of that Unova Stunfisk is going to be extremely difficult. I'm able to grab a shield with the discharge, which is quite nice. I should tank any one move here. Opponent goes for the Earthquake, and that is a mistake. I'm able to reach a discharge, and it's on a CMP tie. I'm going to slightly undercharge. They should hopefully not kill, because I need energy on my Vikavolt. Their Icicle Spear will KO, and this is perfect farm down range for Vikavolt. I just need to be able to get to a crunch. Back in comes the Stunfisk. This Stunfisk does have a lot of energy. They fire off the first Mud Bomb. That does a ton of damage, and they reach a second. Is this going to be enough to KO? Mud Bomb, Vikavolt, able to hang on and reach the crunch. Let's go. Crunch takes down the Unova Stunfisk, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Galvantula into another Blaziken. Same plan as the previous game. I'm going to commit both shields and basically just try and commit to a farm down. I do want to try and get at least one shield back, so I am going to be firing off a lunge. I do end up playing into a CMP tie, which is a little unfortunate. I shield the Blaze Kick, they shield the lunge, and now I can very safely commit to the farm down, and this way I can leave with a lot of energy for whatever they have in the back. I shield up Blaze Kick number 2, and I'm able to farm down. Let's see what they have in the back now that the Blaziken is out of the way. They have a Wall Rain in the back, and I am going straight for the lunge. It looks like they actually catch. They catch a lunge onto Shadow Abomasnow. Absolutely massive damage. I Bug Bite down with Charge-a-Bug. And at this point, we are in a commanding position to close out this match. I fire off the crunch. I get the shield. And things are looking absolutely fantastic for me here. Wall Rain, again, firing off an Earthquake. Opponent's going for Earthquake when it's only neutral against the Charge-a-Bug. And I'm going to bring in Vikavolt just to show that I have it. We've seen before, we do live an Icicle Spear, and then I will be able to reach a move. But they actually go for the Earthquake. Earthquake will KO. I fire off the lunge. Lunge takes down the Wall Rain. And that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, picking up a great lead, Galvantula into a Azumarill. Opponent will immediately save switch into a Alolan Marowak, and this is a big problem. I'm going to stay in with Galvantula and go for the lunge, hoping for the shield, and I get it. That's huge. That now means I'm taking less damage from Fire Spins, and that should mean if this is only a Bone Club, I'm able to tank the Fire Spin and reach the last second discharge. Let's go. And now I have a shield advantage, and on top of that, I've gotten this Alolan Marowak extremely low. I bring in Vikavolt to try and commit to the farm down. I will commit a shield in case they go for that Shadow Bone, but they just go for the Bone Club as they get farmed down. We know they have the Azumarill. What is that final Pokemon going to be? And it's Venusaur. I'm going to fire off the Crunch, and then I'm going to switch into Charge-a-Bug. Crunch does a nice amount of damage. In comes Charge-a-Bug. Venusaur stays in, and they're going to fire off a move. I tank any one move here. They fire off the Frenzy Plant and then bring in a Azumarill. Our switch clocks are pretty desynced, and my goal now is to try and take advantage of that. I'm able to land the first discharge, but they're able to outpace me before I get to a second, so I will commit the final shield, because I do want to keep this Charge-a-Bug alive. I'm going to farm up and go for discharge number 2. This will get the Azu quite low, so they do commit the shield. I farm up, switch, and I'm able to catch onto the Vikavolt. That is huge. Ice Beam, almost enough to KO. Azu is able to bubble down. I have to watch for a catch here. In comes Venusaur. Vikavolt, able to Bug Bite down and leave with the discharge. Discharge will be taking out the Azu, and that is a good game. Hopping into the next match, leading Galvantula into Jellicent, an incredible lead. Opponent save switches into their own Galvantula. I'm going to stay in and fire off a lunge. I want to try and debuff their Galvantula as much as possible because honestly, my team does not have a lot of bulk to it. So I am going to be shielding up their lunge, and then I'm going to lunge him again. May as well. This way I can put a lot of pressure onto my opponent and grab the second shield or do a ton of damage. I'm able to grab the second shield, and then I'm able to catch onto Charge-a-Bug. That's huge. Charjabug is the tankiest team member by far, so I'm able to absorb that energy. They farm up a ton of energy, their switch clock comes up, and they're able to bring in Jellicent. That is unfortunate, as now they've reset their debuffs, and their Galvantula is absolutely loaded. I'm able to reach the back-to-back discharges before Jellicent is able to reach a Shadow Ball. I'm able to get them quite low, and they're going to fire off the last second move. This will easily be enough to take down Charjabug, and I'm going to bring in Galvantula to get an entire Volt Switch for free. The nice thing is that they do not have back-to-back moves stored up here, so I should be able to shield once, and then farm down, and they should die with the move. In the back, they have Tropius. I am going to start spamming out as many lunges as possible, firing off the first. Am I going to be able to reach a second here? This is only a Leaf Blade with the debuff. Does Galvantula survive it? Yes, we do. We're able to get to the second lunge, and that should be game over. With the debuffs, Vikavolt will be able to tank whatever Tropius decides to throw here and reach the discharge. Tropius actually fires off a Leaf Blade. I'm able to reach the discharge. Discharge will easily be taken out the Tropius, and that is a good game. Hopping into the final match, leading Galvantula into Vigoroth. Pretty decent lead for Galvantula. Opponent safe switches into Kingdra. I'm going to stay in, fire off a lunge, and then bring in Charjabug. This way, after I'm able to debuff that Kingdra, the Dragon Breath damage should be a lot less threatening. I tank any one move from here. Kingdra is going to fire off the Octazooka, and they do get the attack drop. That is quite unfortunate. I'm going to fire off the discharge. This will be getting them low even despite the debuff, and they actually commit their final shield. They are double committing to the Kingdra, and at this point, I'm just going to let them have switch advantage. I only have Bug Electric types with this team, so switch advantage doesn't matter a whole lot. I'm able to farm down, and I leave with a move, and in the back, they have a Alolan Marowak. Fire type, very bad for this team, but I have a 2-0 shield advantage, so I land the discharge, bring in Vikavolt, and I win the CMP tie to the Crunch. Crunch takes down the Alolan Marowak, and now all that's left is the Vigoroth. Vigoroth has to reach 3 moves before I'm able to reach the double discharge. Discharge number 1 gets them pretty low. Vikavolt farming up, and that is a good game. All in all, I had an absolute blast running the triple Bug Electric team. This is a theme team, so this is definitely not a team I would recommend running if you're looking to climb rank, as it has a ton of shared weaknesses. I definitely lost Elo while running this team, but the wins that I was able to get were absolutely incredible. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And a special thank you, as always, to our members here on YouTube. The support you guys provide is absolutely incredible. So thank you guys oh so very much. And until next time, I've been HomeSliceHenry.